neighbors, her parents' neighbors, came out with footage, I think, or they got somewhere where she got mad at some neighbors. I don't know. We'll check this out.
TMZ has obtained video from the March disappearance. It was captured by a surveillance camera down the street from Celeste's home in Lake Elsinore, California. There's Celeste right there at 7 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday. This was March 19th. Where she's going and why she starts to run is unclear. But one thing is certain. This minute-long video is critical to what came next in her young life, as is personal information about Celeste herself from the man who owns the cameras. I spoke a short time ago about all of this with TMZ executive producer Charles Ladabodiere, and here's our conversation.
It is weird that she was running. But maybe she was running because maybe her parents were trying to track her down. I don't know.
Charles, tell me about this video, when it was taken, and the significance of the date and time.
Well, the video that we obtained from this is surveillance video from a liquor store in Lake Elsinore, California. The date is March 19th, 2024. What's significant about that date is this was around the time where what we've heard now from several people who have known, who knew Celeste, is that she was a runaway, and that in early 2024, there were multiple times that she ran away from home. This would have been either the second or third time, we're trying to figure that out, that she ran away in March.
It seems like she ran away multiple times.
There had been, the first time had been in January. We've talked about it, that the police found her in Hollywood and brought her back to her family. But in March...
How did she get to Hollywood?
She took off again. And we know this because her sister went into this liquor store and asked the owner if he had seen her come into the store. Did he have any surveillance video that might have shown her or where she went? He went back and looked at his cameras, and he did see this video, which shows Celeste walking down the street, walking at first, but then running. And she's running toward someone. Now, you lose it in the video because she gets too far down the street and you can't make out the vehicle. But the owner of the liquor store who we spoke to told us there was a car waiting for her there.
I'll tell you, I zeroed in on a couple of details. One of the details was that it's 7 a.m. And I thought,
I wonder what kind of car was it? Was it a Tesla?
What on earth could be going on in her life at 7 a.m. that this would cause a problem? In her
I was going to say that too, bro. There's no teenager waking up for funsies at 7 a.m. to go for a walk. Bro, you know, fuck, at 13, bro, I would sleep in till like 10, 11 in the morning, dude.
Sister would eventually ask for this video that day. And then I thought, well, that's usually a school bus pickup or dropout, you know, a pickup time. So is it thought that maybe she left home ostensibly to go to the school bus, didn't get on the school bus? Eventually, when she was reported as truant, maybe her sister started to ask, oh, I wonder if she ever did get on the school bus, and found the video showing that she didn't.
Yeah, that is exactly what happened here, Ashley, because the liquor store owner told us he was aware of Celeste and most of the kids in that neighborhood. Again, this liquor store is on the end of the block where Celeste's family lives. And he said that all the kids, when they would get off the school bus, or even when they were getting on the school bus, they would come into his store to buy, you know, drinks or candy, snacks. And so he spoke to a lot of the kids. He knew Celeste, and he told us that, you know, as far as he knew, there was he didn't know of any like trouble at home, or that she was in any jeopardy or anything that he knew of. We have been told by law enforcement sources that they described her home life as troubled.
You and I have talked a little bit about this before, but I keep thinking every day something will loosen up with the LAPD. But I feel like you're getting the sense that this is one of the most tight-lipped cases they've had.
I was literally going to ask that. Why is David not arrested yet? I don't know. Maybe they don't have enough proof. I don't know. Like I said last week, there was two Celestes around him. So I don't know.
Not sure exactly why, but that is an accurate description. I mean, we cover a lot of stories like, not like this necessarily, but we cover a lot of stories involving law enforcement here in Hollywood, in the Hollywood area.
Yeah, he must have a strong alibi. Uh-huh.
Usually hear something, right? The the police forces are too large to not hear something, and there is a clear order from someone to make sure that we keep a tight lid on that they keep a tight lid on whatever it is that they've learned at this point. We've just heard so little.
Aren't you so shocked? I mean, honestly, this is the kind of case that screams for the public. We need your help. If you saw something on this date or this time or in this window, please call us. Like, tips help. You can ask the people in the Idaho case. The tips helped, and they really do bring in a lot of information and good leads. There's been nothing. There's been no request from the LAPD, which tells me they got what they need. They just need to figure out what the next step is to make sure it's not a mess.
Yeah, like I said, people, I don't know if his alibi strong or if he never, I don't know, if he never met this Celeste, and the Celeste he was talking about on Discord all the time was the other one. I don't know, very confusing, strange case here. The public's gonna solve this case. Watch. They usually do. They usually do. But yeah, maybe like Josie, he has maybe a strong alibi. Quien sabe, dude. You hear allegedly the manager spoke out. What manager? The manager? No, I did not hear. But there's also another video that came out of her arguing with some neighbors. So let's go check that one out.
Video was recorded at the home of Celeste's parents in Lake Elsinore, California, exactly a year ago, or a year before her body was found in the trunk of a car belonging to the rising music star named David.
No, Rome, can you send that? Or did you send it in topics?
We had been told that Celeste went missing in April of 2024 and that her family hadn't seen her since. But this new video was recorded by a Nest camera on September 8th, 2024. Which would make that 4 months after she ran away. The neighbors who provided the video to TMZ say that it shows her arguing with people who had pulled a prank on her. Take a look.
Well, hold on. It's crazy that the parents said they haven't seen her, but she's literally there arguing with neighbors.
Let me talk real quick, okay? You gonna let me talk? I ain't gonna let you talk. No, you ain't gonna let me talk. Why you not gonna let me talk? You tripping. I ain't tripping. Nah, you tripping. Out the door and you tripping. Oh my god. Nah, because you tripping. Move the out of here. I ain't gonna do shit. I ain't gonna do shit. You better get over there. Get your over there, little girl.
Just by the very dates of this video seems to prove that Celeste visited her family at least once after she ran away for the last time. But a year and a half.
Someone said that there's also a video here that of her at a party. Huh? Oh yeah, there's a video of her at her house though at a party. What? Dude, you know what? This all makes me feel like the rumors of David, allegedly paying the parents, what was it, $10,000 a month so he could be with her. It makes it all believable now. I'm not saying it is. But something is saying, you know what, that could happen. That could have happened.
After the final missing person report was filed, her body was discovered in a frunk. That's the front trunk of David's Tesla. That was just 3 weeks ago. This video was just discovered as we're finally learning what's been going on behind the scenes of the investigation. The LAPD's captain and commanding officer released a statement saying that the body of Celeste Rivas Hernandez was likely in the frunk of the Tesla for a long time before it was discovered.
The frunk is the trunk in the front, just so y'all know, okay? Because I know it sounds weird. The frunk, it's Teslas have fucking, I guess, the trunks in the front. I don't know.
According to Captain Scott Williams, quote, "We know for sure that Celeste Rivas Hernandez died and someone placed her body in the front trunk area of David Burke's Tesla. We know that the Tesla had been parked at the location from which it was towed for several weeks. So it is very likely Celeste Rivas Hernandez had been dead for several weeks prior to her body being discovered. I know, you don't think it's a big deal because it's like, yeah, we know all that, right? Not really. Like, this is the police finally confirming it, and they haven't said a thing. But that really does track with our reporting last week when we spoke with a private investigator who tracked down the tow reports for this Tesla. And they showed that neighbors had called police about that car on August the 26th. Police responded the next day and ticketed the car as per protocol. They got to wait 72 hours between each of the tickets they put on there. And after 3 visits, then they can tow the car. The second ticket came September 3rd, and the Tesla was finally towed September 5th. So by our math, police were involved with the car for a week and a half. But the neighbors who lived nearby said the Tesla had already spent close to a month abandoned on that side road. And by the way, incidentally, it was just one street over from David's $20,000 a month mansion that his manager was renting.
$20,000 a month. Sheesh.
Tesla was registered in David's legal name, David Burke. The 20-year-old singer has not been arrested, nor has he been named a suspect. But his friends confirmed to TMZ last week that he was indeed in a romantic relationship with a 14-year-old girl, Celeste.
Damn. He should still, I don't know, if he's not involved with her murder, he should still see some jail time for grooming a child, for being with a child. Down. Okay. Yeah, he still needs some charges, bro. I don't give a fuck, dude. Because this dude's already old enough to, bro, he was, what, in his 20s? They met when she was 13? Yeah, dude. Lock his ass up, man.
Social media posts indicate they may have even known each other since she was 12. And maybe
don't say 11. Don't say 11.
she was 12. And maybe even 11.
Bro. Oh my God. Don't piss me off right now, bro. Bro, you as a fucking 20-something-year-old, what do you see in an 11-year-old girl, bro? She's out going to recess, dog. What?
Captain Williams responded to the friend's characterization by saying, quote, as far as their relationship, it would be premature for me to say anything. We are looking into everything. An important piece of the puzzle that has yet to be determined is Celeste's cause of death. The medical examiner has deferred a cause while they await the toxicology results. But one thing they have determined is that Celeste Rivas Hernandez was not pregnant when she died.
Okay, so yeah, that was another rumor that people said, like, oh, maybe he unalived her because she was pregnant. So yeah, they confirmed she was not pregnant. So I mean, okay.
She had not even been pregnant in the past year either. There was a lot of speculation online that she may have been pregnant with David's child. Maybe that was what led to all of this. But as for David, his reps say that he is, quote, fully cooperating with the authorities. When Celeste's body was first discovered, that's what they said, back on September 8th. That was one day after Celeste's 15th birthday, during which she was decomposing in that trunk. But interestingly, Captain Williams would not confirm that David is still cooperating. David's been off the grid. He said exactly nothing about Celeste, about her dying, nor did he ever mention a thing about her birthday. And remember, her birthday was the day before her body was found, and we all discovered this name, Celeste Rivas Hernandez. So if she was his girlfriend, why no mention of her birthday?
Yeah. Facts. He was more than likely abusive and got angry and strangled her. Yeah, dude. Either way, he needs to get some charges on him, bro. Or I don't know if that, if it's possible, just because she is not here anymore, but he definitely groomed her. Definitely 11 years old. Fuck out of here, dude. Fuck out of here. Because he was at the high of his career when they all went down. He freaked out and tried to hide her, hoping he got away until now. Yeah, man. If they let him go, bro, I still feel like he's suspect number one. Not even gonna lie to y'all. I still feel that, bro. All the things that people have been coming out on TikTok, like I said, TikTok already almost solved the case. They're almost there, bro. Almost there. All right, let's see what Rome tagged me in.
So there's an
All right, Alma Rose talks about it. David's manager Josh Marshall speaks out. Okay, let's see.
update on the David and Celeste case. There's a private investigator that's called SF Investigates, and he said that Celeste's family sent David's manager, Josh, an email letting him know that Celeste was a missing person, and then that the next day Celeste was back home, and then she ran away a month ago. So he has never shown any proof. He has never shown this email that Josh's manager supposedly received. So Josh's manager is now speaking out. He spoke out in a comment of a video of, somebody retelling what SF Investigates says. And Josh says that he did not know anything about Celeste being underage or being a missing persons report that he...
I'm sorry. Yes, you did. Yes, you did, big dog. You're telling me you can't tell the difference between a child and an adult? Come on, bro. She was 13.
doesn't live with David. People are saying that he was David's roommate, which is kind of wild though. Like I've never heard of a manager being a roommate with the artist that he represents. So Josh says that he actually
maybe because they were the compas, dude. Maybe, bro.
works from home, that he doesn't live with David directly. Like he has his own family, he has his own kids. This has been affecting his own kids, and he had no idea about this. So he's trying to help clear his name. I think at this point though, SF Investigates should show proof of any email that he received, or why is he saying is there any proof? So I know as of right now, the police are doing their own investigation, but I think it's really dangerous to say things like this without showing any proof or having any proof, because it is affecting other people. It's affecting Josh, his wife, his kids. Josh says that he's pretty, hands off, like with everyday things. And of course, not knowing, I don't know anything about the industry, but I would want to see more proof before continuing to say that Josh knew anything about it. It's more the people that see David day to day. I think the fact that Josh was the one that rented the house for him is not that big of a deal either, because I mean that's what managers do, right? And I think when they met, like he was moving his things out, I don't know if he had any equipment or anything like that, I don't know, but I don't believe that they were roommates at all. But I just wanted to give you guys that quick update today. Let me know, what do you think in the comments? Do you think SF Investigates should show proof of the things that he's saying? He's implicating somebody that might be innocent.
I mean, everyone should show proof. Everyone should show proof. But yeah, hold him accountable. Here's another one. There was okay, let's see. Oh my gosh, don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. David was paying that girl's parent. Don't piss me off, dude. This is the biggest rumor I've been hearing too. And I really wish this wasn't the case. But now that we saw those news reports and everything, I don't know, man. It might be the case, bro. Just my opinion, allegedly.
David was paying that girl's parents to consistently sleep with her, and you cannot convince me otherwise. Because number one, her teacher, I've seen the video of her teacher get on here and say that she went missing for like a month before, but she came back. She got to school and was telling everybody what was going on.
We saw that video too.
She was gossiping with her friends and shit. Then she went missing a second time, and that's when she did not return. And I fucking refuse to believe that the parents of a 12-year-old girl allowed her to go missing, and then the shit happens again, and it's out of their control. They just helpless, then didn't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah, bro. Listen, I know some of you guys here were blaming the parents, and I was actually defending the parents. I was like, nah, bro, I don't think the parents could do that, but. Bro, every day something new comes out, and I'm like, fuck, dude. The parents, it's true, man. It's true. How the fuck do you not do anything? You say, you know what? It is what it is. Let her live her life. That's because they knew she was with David, bro. They knew she was well taken care of. They had to know, bro. They had to. Oh, man. And now they probably feel like shit because they don't have the daughter anymore.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. And he was already paying off her friends. Them little kids that was accepting money from that boy, y'all need to try their asses too. Because why would y'all sit up here and allow, man, bro? The whole situation is terrible, bro. And the craziest part is, this girl was 11. She was 11 when they met. They had no common interest. It's impossible for them to have any common interest or any type, like, bro, they had nothing in common when they met. So that means he's like, to his core, a pedophile. Like, I'm talking about just straight to he's the worst of the worst. And what blows my mind is how
exactly how they meet. Someone here said they is it true they made it on Fortnite? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I was thinking because people were saying Discord. I was thinking they met on Discord, but still, I don't know. Maybe he slid into her DM. I don't know.
How the parents of this girl allowed her to be in this predicament for a second time. You cannot convince me that was done without them being paid.
Dude, I didn't want to think that. I don't want to think that, bro. I don't want to think that about her parents, but now, like I said, watching the news report is changing my mind. What's an 11-year-old doing in a Discord, bro? I don't know, man. I don't know. They shouldn't be on Discord. I'll tell you that. My thing is the parents can only do so much. My parents tried everything to keep my sister away from a couple years older boyfriend. She would run away and she would act normal, go to school, and not come back after school.